It's because we had too many viewers.
I doubt that. I don't think 106 is too many. Unless there's like subscription sizes to how many viewers you can have before you start glitching on Twitch. Which I do not believe.
Should be going again.
What time do you have to leave tomorrow?
I should ask. I want to say it's at 10, but I'm gonna double check.
Okay. I don't have anything very important until 11, so I'll try to make sure I have coffee for you tomorrow. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. Like, the stream just went...
Yeah, you know how the internet is.
I'm going to say that I think, like, since we moved here and I got us Verizon internet versus cable internet, Xfinity, it's much better.
I would agree.
Both Wi-Fi wise and just like wired. Like, I would almost be curious to see how a stream would go if you did it on Wi-Fi instead of wired. I do my whole workday on Wi-Fi. My work computer's not wired, just my gaming computer. So it's pretty decent up here.
That was weird. Well, your silly paint job ruined my stream. Thanks, Lotus. That is your real name.
Yeah, now we only have like 11 viewers. That feels a little more normal, though.
11? Yeah, I'd say so.
That doggo is too strong.
I'm just wondering how that rat trained that doggo to want to be ridden like that.
Lotus, are you going to Everwinter?
I don't think she has much of a reason to. She doesn't play games. There is a painting contest here, if you want to go.
I was gonna say, like, she paints. I don't go to Everwinter either, other than to just kind of show up, say hi to everybody, do some shopping, because I like to support the vendors, but I still think it's one of the better cons in Boston.
Oh, I mean, up here it's the best one. Easy.
When is Everwinter, babe?
It's the first week of December this year.
First weekend of December.
So it's the 6th, I want to say. It's like right around the corner. It's like 2 weeks from now. You are more than welcome to come. You can stay with us. It'd be free. I mean, all you'd have to do is drive up here.
Absolutely.
That'd probably cost you like a tank of gas.
And your tickets.
If you're not playing anything, I don't think you need a ticket. If you wanted to enter the painting contest, I think you need to buy a ticket. I'm gonna say it's like $40 or something like that. Okay, 2 tanks of gas. Whatever. It's not that big a difference. Yeah. I knew you needed it for the painting contest. But if you just wanted to come to hang.
Yeah, they have totally let me in many years. And I'm just like, I just want to go shopping. And they're like, have fun. Like, it's not super big. You're just kind of talking to the people who run it when you're asking to go in and go shopping. So
Yeah, it's mostly just Miles.
Yeah,
Mostly
pretty
just
much.
Miles, actually.
Pretty much.
And Miles is a great guy.
He's a sweetheart.
Yeah, I wonder how Wilmar did. Did you get to meet anybody, Lotus? Like any of the other streamers or anything? Like, or did you go say hey to Walt? I don't think I've ever had a chance to meet the Walt myself.
Walt who?
Walter's Workshop. He's like a very well-known painter. Now that I'm looking at it, I do have a commitment for Sunday, so I don't think I can do it. It's fine, whatever. You see, what you do is you know, come next year. The biggest thing for Everwinter is that it's saw Wilter. You met Scotty K Fitness. I don't know if I know who that is. Since you're gonna play AOS with that army, come up here to play. Everwinter's big thing is AOS, so just come up and play that.
Indeed. Or if you didn't actually want to play and you just wanted to paint, you could buy a ticket for whatever the shortest day is, enter your models in the painting competition, and then I can show you around Boston and we can do all the fun things. Just depends on what your priorities are.
She can bring you to the clubs. You have to play AOS.
I know 0 clubs in Boston. The last time I went to the club, I was very young.
There was that one club we went to for your work, like, party thing. I think it was like a Christmas thing. Paint classes. Listen, Painter Jay, do you know who you're talking to?
Well, which work party?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
It does, because I can't tell you.
Do you know who you're talking to, Jay? That's the silver medal plaque winner for PAX's hero category.
Yeah.
You're telling her to go to a painting class? Do you know who you're talking to?
Badass. You're about to get ganged up on.
Painter Jay, you need
Painter
to.
Jay.
You better calm down. You know who takes painting classes? People who want to learn. She don't want to learn nothing. As her professional agent, let me tell you, she doesn't know nothing.
Where's your sock quickly? I thought it was Bubby's tail.
No, that's just my sock. Head is empty. Head is empty. There ain't nothing. I was just saying that there is more than games I don't play and will be there volunteering. Yeah? Well, you know what, Painter Jay? I'm glad to hear that. Okay? Goodbye. You see, the category I need... I am back. Hi, David.
The category I need for a painting contest is
boat. That's the only category I can win. Am I bringing the boat? I don't know if you can actually enter that. Is that actually like an enterable category? I'm not playing Blood and Plunder there, so I technically could. I mean, what would I even put it under? I guess it would go under large. Let them figure it out. I guess it would go underneath vehicle? Maybe? Vehicle? Extremely large miniatures. Extreme. I mean, sure, why not? I'll bring it. Fuck, yeah. Yeah, I don't see why not. And Commander. So you're saying Master and Commander? Because what the rule is you're allowed to bring in a model with your ticket, what, one per category? Yeah, I'll see why not. Well, because they don't have like a historical thing. They have like sci-fi and fantasy, I think, in like the two categories.
Kara, I hear you talking, but I think your thing's muted or something.
So I don't know if you're talking to me or not. It's a good idea, though. I should play that stuff. That's fair. I figure I'll bring it, you know, whatever. Good night. Good night, Carol. This guy's had a poor time. He's got a rough time of it, you know. My thing is it's a cool model. I just don't know what you could use it for. Back up to 100 people. I don't understand. We got friends in low places. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I guess you use it for one of those, I guess. But there's definitely not really one in army building that I can think of other than maybe the captured merchant. But they already have a model for that, and he's not... I mean, he definitely doesn't look too bad off. Oh, David, did you do the Secret Santa? Blood and Pigment Secret Santa thing has started. So some lucky guy is going to get 5 free Dr.D paint jobs. I know people who will kiss other men to get one of those. I would tell you who it is, but then I'd have to kill you. That's too generous. Well, it's a fellow English player, so hey, I gotta break all the stops, you know. So this is what I've been thinking for Summer of Plunder next year. I'm gonna keep playing English, right? Because you know I have to. What I was thinking of doing is getting a kingly regalia. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. That seems like a high value gift. It's fine. Whatever. I know they'll appreciate it. I'm thinking full kingly regalia, a la like King George III, right? Right. No, I can't play French for Summer of Plunder. That's not. Chris, you got to understand something. I'm actually related to English monarchy. I found this out like last week. I am very British and very French in my ancestry. It's like as white as you could possibly get. Apparently, a large chunk of the family. I'll be back. A very large chunk of the people on the Mayflower were related to me. But yes, I know what you'll be back. It's the best part of the whole play, in my opinion. You bring the whole point. No, but I'm related to King Richard III, apparently. So I have to advance that pro-British agenda. So I'm thinking full get up, and I do, recordings of me doing whatever the leader of the faction is trying to do. So let's just put it this way. We may not win Summer of Plunder, but we're gonna have the most fun. I wouldn't have taken you for a monarchist blue blood. That radically changes my opinion of you for the worse. I have about as... It's hard, yeah. No, it's not good. And come to find out, even the Mayflower, when the Pilgrims came over here, apparently my family was the one that claimed the hill. So apparently they became the upper echelon as soon as they got off the Mayflower. That's why the Ventrue bloodline's always called to me. Lotus, I was saying that I'm related to English monarchy. And these guys were telling me to play the French for Summer of Plunder? Ridiculous. I'm going to play English. I'll use French units. And then I'll pay them in shiny pebbles or whatever it is that French people like. Well, you do have a French. That's right. I could be a French maid. That's true. That's such a good point. That's such a good point. Wow. Well done, Lotus. I guess I have to play French. I've been bested in my own game. The last execution by guillotine in France was 1977. Oh, that's interesting. 1977, that wasn't that long ago. I mean, to put it in perspective, I think if you look at the current state of the United States and the world in many ways, there's definitely some relatable things to the French, pre-French Revolution. There's some interesting parallels. Yeah, sorry. What's he gonna do? Execute me by guillotine? Ha ha. What an idiot. And your lazy eye. All hail, Bezos. All hail the Hypno-Toad. Alright, so he, for the most part, is going to be done. I'm going to do a lot of blood on him. I'm hoping that I can use a little bit of Uhu to do some, blood, dripple onto his shirt. So we're going to do a little bit of dried blood effect on him to kind of dirty up certain spots. But for the most part, he's done. I got to varnish him first before I can do the blood trickles, which I might just spray in here. You're nice. Yeah. What do you think of that? Bucko.
You know what? I'm getting kind of tired of you, Painter J.
Everybody,
I want you to tell me one thing you love about Painter J. Go ahead.
I'll start. He's a really nice guy.
And he also is very optimistic about things. And he is able to deal with my
Weird brand of sassiness. Crickets. That is all. That is a very key feature of Painter J.
is the fact that he is a painter and his name is also J. Let me do another one. Playing games against Painter J, while difficult because he doesn't ever want to play with us because he hates us, I thought was fun.
Even though he crushed me in the one game of Mordheim we played.
To put it into perspective, I didn't even know who Painter J was before that Mordheim League.
I need a cheat sheet. Dude, you're not just the only... Dude, you think other people don't need cheat sheets? You're crazy. I thought, and this is an honest to goodness truth, he beat me so bad in a game of Mordheim, I thought he was like a local power player. I was like, wow, this guy must be a metagamer. And how right I was. What a scumbag. I just wanted to punch your horse. See, that's what I get for trying to bring something different, you know? Everybody else was like, oh, look at me, I'm a big chaos boy. Or, look at me, I got ninja rats or whatever. I was like, I got a horsey. Dude, having a horse is a liability in that game. Holy crap. As soon as you hit it with an arrow, the horse is like, I guess I'll just kill the guy that's on top of me. You know, it's fine. That's why you were such a power gamer. Because you absolutely annihilated me. Yes, but it was not quite a fair game. You are correct. I mean, it's Mordheim, man. It happens. Not a whole lot you can do about that. I thought I was going to do a league before Everwinter, but I don't know. It just didn't seem like the time was right. And everybody, and then like right as soon as the year starts, everybody was like, "Oh no, I want to do my league." So there's like the Blood Bowl one coming up and the Infinity one that's at the beginning of the year. So I wanted to do it during a league specifically for you, but it doesn't matter. Don't worry about the size thing. For you specifically, it's not like you're going to some tournament or whatever. You could use whatever size ship you want. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna care. It's not even like that big a deal. I'd play a LAN game with you anyway. Okay, so we're gonna put a little bit of dry blood. Blood. So we're taking this light red. We're just kind of drag it around. And we're going to try and have it mostly where blood would be, which is primarily deface. No, you should be good with the 24. I mean, we'll play like a smaller game, like 150. That should be fine. If you want to play like tournament size, which is like your average size games, you might need a little more, but it wouldn't be very much. Yeah, thankfully, Blood and Plunder doesn't need that many models. I think most of the time, my Blood and Plunder armies, they usually like land around like somewhere between 20 to 30. And I think you had 24. Yeah, 25 with the leader. Yeah, that should be fine for the most part. We'll just play to whatever size you can play. So it won't even, it's not even like it's a hassle. It's going to be like regular size. Maybe tiny bit smaller. Okay. We're going to give him a good old rim job, and then I think for the most part he's done, other than the blood effect. Which what I'll probably do is I'll probably just spray him here in the room. Karen won't like it, but I just got to get this done. And then if there's enough time, we'll do some blood. Oh, actually I should do his blood around the hands and stuff. We might do some fancy blood effects and stuff. Trying to paint up some Bushido training for Chris before the Masters tournament. I bet that's amazing. I'm sure he's told you how much he appreciates you for that, but I have to tell you I appreciate you for that as well. Seven tables. Holy shit. That's amazing, dude. Yeah, me too. I mean,
Like with my Blood and Plunder stuff, I feel like I'm trying to always like go the extra mile. And then the problem is you go to Webway, and I love Webway. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, you know, the terrain there is definitely for 40K, where it's like, hey, look, we have these like squares that are all like not really descriptive. It's just like a big gray slab with a number on it or whatever. That's not even a hit on Webway. That's more of a hit on the way GW, you know, like the 40K game works. Yeah, but I couldn't agree with you more. Bushido is a very pretty game. And I think that game survives on its theme. So, like, the more you can get the theme in, the better it does overall, I would say. Which reminds me, I gotta finish some more models for that. Yeah, dude, Carlos absolutely blew my mind with the Trench Crusade terrain. That guy can craft. I would love to see what he could do with a boat. I should do that. You know, for Christmas, I should just get him a boat. Be like, hey, Carlos, paint this. Just see what kind of like crazy shit he does with it. Okay, sweet. Yeah, we should do a whip it out. Is anybody else doing anything whip it out lately? We did Thursday. Okay, we do have some stuff there. Yeah, we'll do a whip it out. Also, I don't know if you noticed this or not. That guy above us, that's Senior Paz, Mr. Painter Day, he's the head model developer for Firelock. Which is crazy. I don't know if he knew who I was because he came in here, and I can only imagine I'm painting models from a Kickstarter that isn't out yet, right? And he sees them, and the only thing I could think of is like, what is he thinking of? I was like, how does that guy have that model? Who is this guy? Like, how does he have access to a model? It's not even out yet. Yeah, what I do is Fixer Matt. How's it going, man? Another fixer in our midst? Yeah, so what I do is for the bottom, I pick a color. So for units, I have colors to distinguish who they are. And for all the heroes and extra like unit additions and all that, I put gray on there so that they don't it doesn't all like blend in. Because I noticed that obviously when you're playing a game where everybody's a human, that can be kind of be difficult to pick out who's who. And especially in a game where you have to have like repeating units. What I do is I paint the bottom of the base. I don't think I have any here to show, but I paint the bottom of the base so that I don't mix them up on the ship. It's mostly a me thing. I feel bad if I don't keep track of everything. Well, you're a man of culture. I figured you'd get it. You know, whenever you get a fixer in here, it reminds me, it's like, I have a lot of Cyberpunk stuff I still gotta paint. I got so much stuff. My house, dude, it's, I'm sure everybody here has like, oh yeah, you know, I got a bad pile of shame or whatever. Oh, God. Mine's especially bad because it's like, it's not even that I'm not painting. I just can't do it all. I'm getting a little blood on his tootsies. Tootsies! I think I'm only down to 2 or 3 groups of Cyberpunk to paint. Piranhas and Bozos and some randos. Yeah, the Bozos are fun. I've really been enjoying painting the Bozos. It's fun, the bright colors. Sketching up Combat Zone painting, but now I got Borderlands Classic. Classic. It just never ends. Alright, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run downstairs, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I'm gonna hit this guy with a varnish. I should be back, probably take me like maybe like 2-3 minutes. And then we will start painting the Deezaster. So I'll be right back. Thank you, Mr. Painter J. You, as always, remain one of my most ardent supporters. Okay, so what are we going to do now? So, a couple things. We got to make sure, coming up, there'll probably be a lot of off-stream stuff, but I do have to finish up the freebooters. So if they come up in one of the upcoming streams, don't be surprised. So there should be a stream tomorrow. I'll probably work on these guys because I got to get them done. I'm actually talking to the guy. Yeah, so I got to make sure we finish those. I was just talking to the guy that was in charge of that for me. With Everwinter coming up, I do want to see if I can finish as much of my Nurgle Chaos as I possibly can. I got a bunch of Warriors of Chaos here. I doubt it's going to be a lot. If I finish this, like, if I finish a front for the Chaos Warrior unit, I would be pretty happy with that. And then, we gotta finish Zoe, who's what we're gonna be doing today. I did finish... Oh god, you are not attached to that. I did finish Billy, or Jazz, or whatever. I don't know who's who. I still gotta do the base. I figured I would do the base at the same time as Zoe, just because the bases are kind of weird. One thing I did think about after I had finished her was that I wanted to put, like, a colored streak in her hair. Because the studio paint jobs, they do have... She has, like a blue streak in her hair. So I'll ask, because I assume you're here. Chris, is there a certain color streak you want going through her hair? Okay. Well, I got this. Got magenta wash. So I guess that's what we're gonna use. I can do whatever. It's fine with me. I don't care. I think blue would look better just because of the red outfit. I think maroon. I think magenta might get a little lost. But I mean, I can do it. It's up to you. It's your model. I was thinking like an electric blue. Go blue. Okay. I was thinking of like something like this. Like a real, like, bright babyish kind of blue. Electric blue, as they call it. So let's do that first. Anything, you know what? I'm going to put it on the highlighted part. You know what? I don't like that. My highlight is blue. It's a very close shade of blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a darker blue to kind of differentiate it. Not even in the camera. Don't mind me. My first time streaming, guys. Sorry. You don't finish them on... I don't know about that. You got quite the lead. I've had a productive weekend. I finished 6 models? 6 models this weekend? Yeah, I would say. I would say the podium's pretty locked in. There you go. Little blue streak in her hair.
Spread its shadow across my ceiling. Sometimes when I woke up in my groggy state, it looked like spider webs.
I mean, I have a distinctive thought that it's probably going to be pretty similar to that next year. I'm struggling to keep my own personal goal of matching the entire rest. The entire rest! I'm not sure if you're trying to be insulting. Yeah, so here we go.
Everything's gonna be okay.
I haven't put in my most recent stuff.
Probably.
I was gonna say, like, Jesus Christ, man. Holy shit. We did the hostage. What else have we done this weekend? Yeah, I finished Madeline.
Stop dreaming.
I did the 2 freebooters,
The feeling I get from this is waking up
and I did
night from a nightmare.
the I did Billy and Billy and
It
Jazz.
really isn't.
In which case I just put in Jilly.
Dreams are
Billy and
weird.
Jazz. 241 models. I gotta say, that's incredible.
Pick up your phone and no one is there.
Painter J here.
For a while, I was real
547.
scared of them, but
Damn.
it's definitely something that doesn't
And then
happen
Chris
every day, but
bringing up third.
do what we
Way
do.
out. You see, the thing is like the podium is like, yeah, it's way out in front.
It made a lot more
That's
sense
great.
when I
That's
became a
insane. 900 models. Sheesh. And I'm willing to fully admit that a lot of them, there's like a good, I have a little bit of a buff, like a buffer going on with my stuff, just because of the fact that I did, like, some of the terrain I did. So you figure, like a stack of crates, you know, that's like counts as 3 because it was like 3 separate crates. But then, where is it? There's like one in here where it's like the dice things that you make for the boats, like those I did individually. Yeah, the cargo dice holders, like that's 15 models. That's like, is that really 15? Is it like really 15? Like, you know, sometimes I look at it, but then I'm like, you know, it irons out somewhere. I mean, yeah, for sure it counts. But then it's like, I don't feel all that bad, because then it's like, oh, I painted a Paragua, which is like, you know, a big model. You get more points for it. And it's like, I know, somewhere, you know, that evens out. It's like, I'm not all that worried about it, but I think to myself, like, that, I don't know. Is that kind of cheap? Just painting like a bunch of little tiny pieces of terrain, like just painting like a box? Yeah, pumping those numbers. Now, I want to say this playfully. The person that started the thing that we're looking at, because he was like, oh, I want to finish as many models over the course of the year, did none. He didn't do a single model all year. That's something. That is a something. Alright, what are we going to do? We are going to do a whip it out. We have had a couple more people... No, yeah, mostly Jake. We will do it. Yeah, so if anybody's got a whip it out, go ahead and put it in there. We're almost at an hour, so what I'm going to do is... just going to take a look at what we got here. But then we will do it momentarily. Alright, so this model is a little tricky. Just because of the fact that Zoe is... She's like half cyborg because she has a... She's got, like, space muscular dystrophy. I just don't want to discourage people with including my numbers, so I'm not sure where I will do it next year with it around. Okay, whatever, who cares? Dude, I don't think anybody... It didn't affect anybody. The way I see it is, like, if people are going to do it or they're not. Like, if people are looking for excuses to not paint, your number... It's going to be your number, or it's going to be the fact that they're waiting for a paintbrush. You know, it's always something. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm just amazed that I managed to finish as many as I did. I got, like, what, half as much as you? I'm like, damn, man, I'm a little worker bee. But, like, this is what I've seen, is the people that don't finish models, and I'm going to say this with, like, full love in my heart. It's just a pattern I've seen, and if I'm calling somebody out here, then, you know, I'm sorry, but... What you'll notice is that they're always, like, after the next, like, whatever thing it happens to be, where it's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to start painting as soon as this technical paint shows up to my house, and then it's all going to change. And then after that, it's like, oh, well, I can't do it because I need this, like, special brush that does this thing that I need for the... Oh, no, I can't do it because I'm waiting for another model to come in so I can do them all at once, or what. It's always like a list of things. This is at least what I've noticed. Anyway, so yeah, the way she's gonna look is she's gonna have the black boots. She's gonna have a black gun. She has this, like, red armored metallic stuff going on her shoulders and chest. And then her bag, I think the bag I'm gonna do in... Her shirt's gonna be white, so I'll probably do that in black. Pants are red, and then white webbing, and black belts and stuff like that. So, honestly, not all that complicated. I think the hardest part is just gonna be the metallic stuff going on with her skin. Yeah, a couple hundred models in a year's... In my opinion, it's pretty good. I mean, especially when it's not like... and I'm not calling anybody out on this. I think it's a perfectly legitimate way to do it. But, like, if you're doing, like, a contrast army, you know? Where you're just... Yeah, you know, I painted 600 Skaven because I did a bunch of, I did contrast painting. Like, that's one thing, you know? Like, if you're mass-producing armies, it's still pretty damn impressive. But especially for somebody who... if you're painting traditionally, even if you're not, like, spending, like, a ton of models on your stuff, like, getting over 100 is, like, really shocking. And I'll be honest, like, I've always been a little rough on myself for a variety of reasons, but I've always been rough on myself because I always thought that I was just not very productive. I was like, man, I must just not be a very good painter. I don't ever get anything done. You know, yada yada. And then come to find out, when you track it, you're just like, holy crap, I'm actually really chugging. It's just like the amount of models that I buy and or like things I do for other people, it all Because, like, when I paint a model for somebody else, and I love doing it, if I paint something for somebody else, it doesn't stay in my house. So now I have the feeling that I've painted something, but it's not in my house for me to see. So I'm like, oh, well, I just spent all this time and I don't have anything to show for it. But it's like, but I shouldn't, right? Because it's not mine. Make the gun colored. That's my new thing. Brightly colored guns. It's very nomad. Okay, I can do that. I mean, is it okay that Jazz, or whatever, Billy, is okay if her gun is just black? Just a different animal. Yeah, it's just so much. It's like you put in the hours and then you're like, oh, I don't have anything to show for it. But it's like you do, but you don't. It's like it's a really weird mentality that I sometimes still have trouble reconciling with. All right, so I guess we're gonna do the metallic parts first. So I guess we're gonna go purple. It's just a combi, man. It's not that big. Just a combi. Nobody dies to a combi. Who dies to a combi rifle? Big stupid idiot, that's who. Alright, so if that's the case, I'll paint some of it red, and then I'll put some, like, green. Some of that toxic green in there. Your gloves are probably... Gloves are black. No, dude, I've been murdered by a combi quite a few times. The humble chain rifle. It's only pit 7, but you put down that template. No cover. It will still kill you dead. Alright, so we'll do the whip it out as soon as I'm done putting down all this purple. And also, especially now, like, since I'm doing this YouTube stuff with the battle reports and all that, it's like I really would like everything on there to be painted, you know? I really don't want to do... I don't want to do proxies. I will on some level. If there's a model or two that's on there that's not fully painted, you know, whatever, that's fine. But I definitely do not want a... Like, if 75% of it's painted, I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like a unit or two, you're like, yeah, there's this new thing we want to try, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But I really just like to have everything painted on the YouTube, just because, you know, it looks good. It kind of transmits that professionalism thing. That's a point of pride, I guess, in some ways. But, I don't know, it's kind of weird how, like, how much of a, like, it's not the norm. It's definitely not the norm. Like, everybody says they want a fully painted army and all that, and, I mean, there's a lot of people that work really hard to do it. Chris is a great example of that. Where you're like, yeah, you know, if I'm going to put it on the table, I'd like for it to be painted or whatever. Because to me, I think it feels better. Like, if you have fully painted models, while also having, like, really well-painted terrain, and you got, like, a really good, like, theme for the fight and all that stuff, That shit is addictive. If you need any supplemental stuff, Pain, let me know. If you want to use the natives or cyberpunk stuff, that is everybody feel free to buy. Yeah, which I very much appreciate that. Yeah. It's mostly just units. It's mostly just models. Yeah, I mean, if somebody wanted to play with those natives, I guess that is something we could do. And obviously, full credit will get thrown at you. The thing is like, I know you're there to help. I don't even know what I would ask. You know what I mean?
It's an idea, Uncle.
If I can't bring tactical acumen. Charming personality. Yeah, you gotta have something to bring to the plate. You have those things in spade, buddy, so you'll be fine. I don't know. It's just such a weird thing. I'm like a third whale, just providing support. Like I said, it's a shame you don't like to play more, because you'd be the exact kind of guy I'd want to have on the YouTube channel. Just like two idiots playing a game to actually enjoy the game. I think I am gonna paint this armored plate on her noggin also red. I think that would look good. She has this like, yeah, if anybody's not familiar with the model, like the side of her head is like a metal panel, and it looks like a lot of the other armored panels on her body are painted red. So I think I'll just also paint that red. Also, as is obvious, Chris, I was not able to finish your models over the weekend. But I definitely will be able to next week with Thanksgiving, because I'll have a lot of free time. I think that's also a plate. I was sitting at a table. I am enraged. Ah! Yeah, the yesterday, Nigel, he comes in here. He's no Vega. He wanted to play some nerd games. And in a moment of weakness, I was like, you know, I kind of do want to break. So I played some video games for a night. And then as soon as we were done, I immediately started painting again. And building models until 4 in the morning. She is a melding of man and machine. Welcome back, Bobby. Okay. Let's do a whip it out. Gonna whip it out. Gonna whip it out. Yeah, that's funny. It's been a good day. How's it going, Arnie? Sorry, people were trying to talk to me. Boom. Boom. He is a friggin' machine. Okay, so you are the guy that makes all that terrain. That's amazing. Okay. Have the whole week off and hopefully go and have a follow-up interview at a new company. Oh, that sounds great. Been busy, huh? Whole week off. Hopefully, I did not paint the captive's eyes. Yeah, admittedly, yeah, it's a tough spot. Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Yep, so this is Painter J. He did the captive, the model that we just finished. Not gonna lie, it took me a little bit of time after I'd finished painting all the skin to notice that his knee and his thigh were showing. I was like, oh, that's typical. And that is typical. But he went with a gray shirt. This model was for Mike, so I have played against this thing. And he used it as a captured merchant, funnily enough. Looks amazing. I don't think anybody would deny that. So great job as always, Mr. J. He is painting the terrain for the, as he was talking about earlier, the Bushido Masters event that is coming up in Marlborough, Massachusetts at Webway Games. I will be there. And I will probably be holding up the bottom half. I'm hoping to be somewhere near the middle, I guess. That's all I can hope for. I'm not going to get middle this, though. I don't think I'll make it. I'm not that good. Got the ones that Dylan painted for me, but I also have Jack Burton, the Three Storms, and Lopan that will likely get painted. Lopan. Wow. That's all Big Trouble in Little China stuff, right? Gotta play the OP spiders. No. I'm not gonna do it. I just can't do it. I'm not that kind of guy. I ain't that kind of man. But yeah, this stuff is already starting to look good. I mean, obviously, Jay knows what he's doing with tones and stuff like that. But, and as an actual example of what he's done before, oh, okay. And then there's some evil bush vines. Reminds me of that dungeon in Barrens in World of Warcraft. Whatever Downs, something Downs, Razorfen Downs, I think is what it's called, RFD. This was full of them. Full of them! I can't play OP stuff, you already know that. Listen, this dog. There's some dog in me, but there's not that much. Not that much dog. Yeah, I love the green and the red. Obviously, it looks great. This is the terrain that he has already painted. I was not aware that Jay had painted all this, because I know that there's a couple of these kind of floating around. Like I knew he did those, but I was not aware that you're the ones that did the ones on the cards. I'll paint them at some point. I'll play them, you know, whatever. Because when I first got them, they were lacking a tank model. I think they still might be, but I know there's more of them now, so I'll get to them eventually. I made a vow to myself that I am going to... This is all Jay. This is all Painter Jay. This is all Trauma Hawk. I told myself that for Bushido, I would not venture into other factions until all of Silver Moon was painted. And I am some way there. So this isn't even completely accurate either, because 3 new models just came out, I think. Or 2 more just came out. So I haven't put them in there yet, but right now I'm probably, if you add 2 more models in there, I'm about 30% done. But yeah, this is all the models in SDS. So, got a little ways to go. I'm always looking for ways to torture myself. Yeah, Master Yakuza. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, I am making up a bunch of tape for Bushido. Yeah, he did the rocks for my new Cosmica table. Yeah, which I've heard is a good looking table. But yeah, he did all this. Obviously, the stuff looks great. He is a boon to the store, if nothing else, because there's just stuff to use. Which not every store is that lucky. Better thematic, yeah, for sure. I want to play Young Pirates. So yeah, unfortunately for Bushido, every time I play it, I'm like, ooh, I could play one of these other factions. I really want to play the Young Pirates. I've been on a pirate kick for the past year now. And I'm like, ooh, Japanese pirates? I'm into this. With shark people? Alright. But I said to myself, no, not allowed to buy it until all of SDS is painted. So I made a rule and I can't break it. Keeps me honest. And then there's I don't know what the hell this is from, but it is a hot dog doomsday device. It's getting there. I have 12 more buildings to take care of. They take 2 to 4 hours apiece, so young pirates shoot you really well. The shark tooths are great. Yeah, I think I can do a lot of really cool things with those. And I've already like seen in my mind's eye what the bases are going to be, which is going to be like pieces of wood floating in the water. Make it really bright on the bottom and stuff. I'm really excited. I might, it's one of those things where it's like tempting to just buy one, paint it, see what it looks like. And then downhill it goes. I might buy that new Pirate Queen just because she's at the store. And I just absolutely adore that model. I was thinking of like trying it. Yeah, it's for sure a rabbit hole. It never ends. Never fucking ends. But yeah, this model looks great. And I gotta say that the color saturation of your red, or I should say desaturation because you go more white, but that looks in particular really, really good. This is something, actually, funnily enough, for Zoe, this is something that I gotta do, because the metallic chest piece and her shoulder things, I'm gonna do more metallic like this, while the other parts of her, like her hair and stuff, are gonna be like more on the orange side, just because it's gonna be more saturated. So it's a good example of like painting something metallic of a certain color. This is a really great example of that. Obviously, again, Jay is a phenomenal painter, as we are all very painfully aware. But yeah, looks great. Here's the butt. Dope butt. He's the condiment king. I learned a lot about painting armor on the Infinity stuff, so I wanted to try it on something fun. Yeah, I can see that. The music go. I actually free-handed booty cheeks, but don't have a good picture. On the bun? On the bun? You painted some buns? Yeah, you can see it. Right there. You painted some buns on that bun? He just had to. Yeah, I think it looks great. Especially the bun itself. It actually legitimately looks like bread. It looks like metallic bread. I never thought I would be able to say that, but it looks very much like metallic bread. You've outdone yourself. Then you did some chibis. This is obviously Frankenstein's monster and Frankenstein's bride. The bride of Frankenstein's monster. I love that green. And eyeshadow? Look at this guy. Fucking Brachiosaurus Rex over here doing eyeshadow. Amazing. And then Mr. Jason Voorhees himself. Although his fan favorite machete looks more like a fantasy game knife. That doesn't look like a machete at all. Shouldn't it be a machete? That was like his weapon of choice, right? Other than just like picking people up with his bare hands and then like smashing them against a tree. Yeah, the eye, dude. I gotta say, out of everything on here, the eyes are like, that's crazy. You got the even like the cornea reflection. Is it supposed to just be like supposed to be like serial killer, or is it serial killer inspired by it, or is it actually supposed to be Jason Voorhees? Yeah, but I know, but you think you would at least get the shape of the machete right? Because like the machete has like the rounded top to it, and it's like the front of it is more like, you know, like higher up. They're just knockoffs. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, they could give it whatever they want. It looks great, man. You just knocked it out of the park. It looks incredible. Legally, yeah, it's got to be legally distinct. That's very. It's true. What was I thinking? Yeah, out of everything I just saw, I think this is probably my favorite. The eyes alone do it. The eyes alone do it for me. Alright, well done. Guys, gotta say, we still got some seriously good painters in our midst. Okay, so I kinda wanna do that blood thing, because I'm just curious to see how it turns out. Alright, so we have a couple things I've been working on. So I finished Madeline. I don't think I did this on stream. I think I showed her off, but this is a Rum and Bones model. So I thought it would make a really good officer or Referemundo for the French. Weirdly expensive model that I got a pretty good deal on, so. Thanks. Yeah, the yellow jacket. I wasn't entirely sure how that was going to turn out, but it came out pretty good. I think her name is Madeline Tyler. Yeah, Madeline Tyler. So, like as an example, this was the studio. So they went with this like yellow and blue. So she's supposed to be French, right? So, which I thought it was a good paint job. I was a little worried. The white shoes thing kind of made me. I was a little weird by that, but yeah, I didn't do a full glove. I just did a jacket to the cuff, I guess. The blue choker was a little weird, but I was like, sure, whatever. Yeah, it looks good. And the chain, I thought was weird. I was like, what the hell is that chain doing? I think I got it pretty close. Hey, yes. Yes, she is. She seems to be missing significant parts of her wardrobe. Agree, your blues and yellows always agree. Thank you very much. Yeah, the skin came out good. The funny thing is I had to do the skin like 3 or 4 times because I was like, you know, it's really weird that she only has this and this showing, and then I kept looking at the art and I'm like, something about this isn't quite right. I didn't realize that this was skin, right? So that was skin. I was like, okay, I did it. I painted it in. I was like, oh no, I'm sorry. I missed the stomach. I was like, oh, she only has her upper chest area showing. So I was like, oh no, wait, her stomach's showing. So I had to go back and repaint that. And then again, I was looking at the art and I was like, something about this isn't right. And then I realized that she's her fucking little pants. If you even want to call those them. So I had to go in there and paint it multiple times. I was like, God damn it. I had to paint the skin like 3 times. He is definitely going to get cold at sea, though. But, you know, she has the wonderful embrace of imperialism to keep her warm, you know? And again, I've shown this model off at, you know, ad nauseum, but it's absolutely still one of my favorite models. In the game, Napoleon is in it. It's Captain Napoleon. And he's standing on these platform shoes. He's standing on these, like, fucking 6-inch platform shoes. It's one of the best models I've ever seen. God damn it. They also made a model for Lars Ulrich, who is the drummer for Metallica. You may have heard of it. But Lars Ulrich is in here, is in the game. They made a model for Slash. Like, I think this is supposed to be Slash, but they didn't give him his top hat, which I thought was kind of weird. So I'm not entirely sure. That one, I think they just threw the name on it, and I don't know. I don't think they did a whole lot with it that they could have. This is supposed to be Axl Rose, one of the biggest pieces of shit in music history. Guns N' Roses is a decent band, but Axl Rose is a scumbag. His guitar is also a gun. You see, they go for the real historical accuracy in this game. Again, I don't remember who this one is. Cards. Yeah, it's Captain Napoleon. Axel of Pain. That's supposed to be Axl Rose. Yeah, the Slasher. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't know why that's Slash. Oh, this is supposed to be the Killmaster. Who is the bass player for oh god. Ooh, I'm drawing a blank. Lenny Kilmister, though. He's a famous bass player. Why can't I remember what band he's in? I want to say Judas Priest. It's not Judas Priest. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, too. And then Thunder Lars, who was supposed to be Lars Ulrich. Motorhead. There it is. The Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades. I will probably paint them a little bit more accurate. Yeah, I know. I say Lenny just because I'm stupid, but yes, it's Lenny. Loved his cameo in Brutal Legend, by the way, where he also went by the Killmaster. And he has bass player. He has a bass. He has a magic bass where the strings are made from the silk of giant machine spiders that can bring people back from the dead. Gotta love the Killmaster. And then this is our boy that we just painted. So we're gonna do some blood effects on him. Real quick, shouldn't take that long. So, as always, I like Tamiya Clear Red. This is toxic. Do not put this in your mouth. Or if you do, make sure you get a life insurance policy first. Because you're gonna die. You're gonna die, clown! And then we're gonna use some ooh-hoo. A-woo. A-woo-woo. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Thank you for clarifying. Don't put it in your butthole. So make sure you get a brush that has seen the end of its days. And so what I have learned with this stuff is that it's definitely less is more. So you kind of want to like speck it. I'm going to put a little bit on the lip, a little bit in the mouth. I'm going to put a little bit underneath his eye. I'm going to put some cuts in the hand. And a little bit around the wrist, because that's where the rope is going to bite. So as you can see, if you kind of combine it with a little bit of like that dried red, it kind of, I don't know, it kind of sells the effect. I think if you just put blood on there, it kind of doesn't look right. I don't know. I can't really tell you why in words. It just doesn't quite look right. So I just want more blood to be where the ass kicking's been, which is obviously his face. And then put some cuts on his feet. Because when you're on a boat, there's probably been some splinters that have forcefully entered your foot. Probably does not feel good. And then we're going to put some around the tears in his pants. To sell the effect that there was some cuts that caused it. And there you go. This man has been... What are you doing? I'm kicking my ass! You mind? Liar, liar. What a great movie. Okay, then we're going to do some blood string. So for this one, don't use a brush unless you never want to use it again, because it will absolutely annihilate your brush. I'm going to use this filer, which is made of the finest GW steel, as you can see. It's definitely not rusted out to all eternity. So whenever I do this, I always like to just put it on something that's kind of glossy, because it'll help it come off. And what I do is I just put a little bit of... And the cool thing about this glue is that it gets very stringy. You just give it a minute. And what I do in order to give it like a color is I will dip it in whatever color I want it to be. So you could also do this with like a green if you wanted like slime. Now when you do this, it will make it less stringy, is something I've noticed. But as you can see, you start to get like that string. I'm not sure if you can see it, but... So you get like that stringiness to it. That's not the right model. And again, this is one of those things where less is more. Also, don't put the Uhu glue up your butthole either. Just as a quick side. And there you go. You can see he's kind of got like blood dribble. So this guy looks like he's had the absolute shit beat out of him. Good for him. Hopefully he didn't talk. What does he know? What do you know? Tell me your secrets. And that's the kind of stuff that people fall in love for. And it took me like 30 seconds. Like that scene from Atlantis. What did it take to build this? It must have taken hundreds of years. Guy just pulls the plunger and explodes. Yeah, I took it out. I told how long it take me to break it down. What, like 10 minutes? Hundreds of years to build.
At least, it must have taken hundreds, thousands of years to carve this thing.
Hey, look, I made a bridge. It only took me like, what, 10 seconds?
Seconds? It took me like 10 seconds. Anyway. That's the shit that lives in my brain. But there you go. One more model done. Alright. Dude, Atlantis is such a good movie. Again, I'm a big pirate guy, so this, like, obviously probably shouldn't shock anybody. Treasure Planet is probably one of the most underrated movies ever made. It's the old Disney animation style. It's a retelling of Treasure Island, which is a fantastic book / story. And it's also science fiction. It's such a good movie. It's a goddamn shame more people don't talk about it. It's crazy. So, there you go. They got the Goo Goo Dolls playing the main song of the sound. Did they really? I didn't know that. That's even... Yo, that's sick. Oh, by the way, we were talking about that chibi stuff. I did, in fact, get my hands on little chibi cannons. She's so fucking cute. I need to get more of these. I want my entire ship to be loaded. It should be loaded with these little stupid fucking things. Anyway. Alright, so we are doing some red. I'm just having an old person moment. I don't know where my paint went. Scab Red. Where are you? Chibi cannons. going on, Stellar Matt? You need to tell me if you are, in fact, chilling like a villain. Is it true? Is it true what the legends have said?
I saw it when I walked, boy.
Excellent. There was somebody else in here talking about Borderlands 2, so not necessarily chilling. There was another fixer in here that was just talking about it, unless that was you. Which I don't think it was you. Because you have 2 accounts, it wasn't either one of them. He might still be here. Although he's a fixer, so I would assume he knows you. Oh, that was you. Okay. Oh, I guess that's your regular account and this is your... Okay, I do know him. You also probably know him. Yeah, I think you guys would get along really well. Okay, that's the account. Got it. I knew you had 2 accounts. For some reason I was thinking that wasn't you. That's the okay. Tabletop. Tabletop. And here we go. What time is it? 10 o'clock. Okay. I got like 30 minutes in me, so we probably going to be done with the stream right around the time I'm done with this red. I don't usually work Mondays, but I am going in tomorrow just because of the holidays. So I want to make sure I get some sleep, because I suspect I'm going to be very busy. We made a short one. I got here at 7:30. I usually only go until like 11 anyway. Or 11:30, I guess. I have Monster Fight Club's game designer on top. Oh, that's cool. The game designer. Is it Mac? Oh, yeah, that's right. We did, yeah. I ended it and had a... oh, you got Goody. I have not really talked to Goody, but he seems like a nice guy. Because I know Mac is more Cyberpunk and Witcher. I know that. I guess I'm used to the old one. Or I didn't have much to... Yeah, maybe. Well, again, I probably would be going that long if I didn't have to work. I can't do that stuff anymore, Ernie, because I'm grown up now. I got responsibilities. Oh, by the way, when I'm in massive debt from a huge loan and all that stuff, I promise none of the money from Twitch will ever touch that.
You're devolving. I'd be up all night playing video games, got Dispatch to beat again. Dispatch looks pretty good.
I fully intend to play it. It's mostly a question on if Kara's gonna require herself to be there. I've felt like there hasn't really been a lot of good video games that have been coming out like pretty consistently for like the past couple years, but man, these past couple months have been some fucking bangers. Yeah, I hear there's a lot of pretty good like alternate time or alternate like paths. I hear it's pretty good. I mean, I love the old Telltale games. I loved them. The Batman one especially. I was a huge fan of that one. Or the two. There's two of them. Like Europa, I think Europa Universalis 5 has been fantastic. I've really been enjoying it.
What else? Vampire the Masquerade was okay.
It kind of drained my excitement for it because I played it and literally as soon as I was like done with like the tutorial thing where like the world opened up, they switched like the save location or whatever like that, and I couldn't restore it, so I had to start over again. I was like, God damn it! Oh, did that happen to you too? I was like, God damn it! So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna play it. It's just, I guess I just gotta find the right moment. I should force myself to have to like play and beat it over the Thanksgiving break. But then when I do that, I don't paint. And then everybody's like, yeah, everybody's like, Dylan, where's my stuff? You know what? It's funny. That's the one I never... I think that's the one I never played. I didn't play that one, and I didn't... There was like a Minecraft one or something like that. I don't think I played that one. The Batman one was excellent. The Walking Dead ones were pretty good. There was a couple more. I'm trying to get out by the end of the month. Oh, that's cool. Oh my god, fucking Christ. I definitely can't paint that on stream, but that'll be a task. I'll have to get my airbrush out for that thing. Jesus. Although I guess it depends on what gang you give it to. I'm giving it to the cops, obviously, so I guess mine would just be black. I have asked repetitively to try and get Max Tack before release, just to paint them for like PR stuff, and they just wouldn't give them to me. And I'm like, God damn it! I just wanted. Yeah, no, I'm aware of my current situation. Yeah, it's interesting because Max Tack's whole thing is that I don't want to say they punish, but they kind of target people who want to build tall, which I think is an interesting strategy, because like before, that may not been like quite as much of a strategy, but with all this new stuff coming out, with like the tack suits and all that stuff, I think like people are kind of incentivized to do it more. And I think that means that hacking game is a little bit stronger, which I think is good. Because I do think for a while there, I think programs were just not enough to justify what you were paying, but I think they might be now. But we'll obviously see.
I saw it when I walked, boy.
Sure. Are you playing in Everwinter? Mr. Ernie? Did you go last year? You did go last year. Why do I feel like you didn't go last year? You didn't go last year. Okay. Ah. Well, if that's the case, you're not going again this year, then? You're gonna go this year. I will be sure to stop by and say hi. I mean, just park in the hotel. Got to get that special edition building. Oh, that's right, they do have that, don't they? Looking forward to it. That means I gotta fly for round 3 of interviews. Sure. That'd be kind of sucky, but I can see why they would. Is it the same position? Like the safety manager or whatever? If you're not under like an NDA, of course. You were safety auditor or something like that, right? Also, and tomorrow might be weird with the stream just because since I'm working. So I'll probably like be coming home and then I'll be like, oh, I should eat. So tomorrow might be weird. Some evolution, more of a strategic title, which is why they want to follow someone new. Yeah, I figured with like when you're up near the C-suite like that. Crap ads, I got up to my subs, didn't realize it expired. It's been a while since you've been here. I think you were here like last week or something, but like I felt like you went like about a month, couple months, where you haven't really been around. Figured you were doing something. Yes. Like I said, I can do pretty much any time next week. I think I have an interview scheduled for Wednesday. But I could also do another interview that day. I think it mostly comes down to Mike. So yeah, I'll message probably tomorrow. Yeah, it has been too damn long. It's been about 4 weeks. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, sorry it's been so... Usually I'm a little bit more on top of the scheduling. This week was just kind of weird. Yeah, I might have 3-4 interviews next week. It's crazy. Well, CV2, you know how to reach me. All good for me. See you later, buddy. Hope you enjoy your night. Yeah, for the longest time there, I was like, this is for Ernie. When I wasn't seeing this stuff, I was like, I guess he's just going to AO. Like, I don't mind AO, but it's not my favorite. Parking's kind of a pain in the ass. You know, it's just like not my place. You know, like I don't know. I go in there, it's not like I feel like an outsider necessarily, but I'm just like, you know, there's like a difference between like your store and other stores. It's just like a vibe to it. I do go there 2 times a month right now, with it only being 20 minutes away. Yeah, that helps. The sad thing is even when I moved here, it's like deceptively closer to Webway, but it still takes me like an hour to get there, just because of that stupid highway that goes through Marlboro. LT, so I've been home there. They're good 5 songs. Yeah, the people are great. No complaint. Well, the patrons anyway. I love Andre. I don't know. I guess I just don't want to go to a store I'm not compelled to buy something at. Because, like, I'm going there to, like, try and keep the, you know, help keep the place open. And guys, this might be crazy, but here pretty soon I might even paint one of my own Infinity models. It can be done. I get that. I don't buy things from there. Probably never will. I'm like, where I'll find something. Yeah, it's It's sometimes difficult at Webway too, because I'm like, hey, can I buy this? And they're like, yeah, we're ordering. It should be here like in 2 weeks, and then I gotta wait like 3 months. Got an idea which Infinity model are you playing? I will not be there. No, I'm going there to play Old World, because if I went to the Infinity tables right now, I wouldn't stand a chance. Do I know which model? No, I mean, it'll be AO. I might finally paint the Hippolyta.
I saw it when I walked, boy.
Because it'll be for the slow grow. The slow grow that they're doing at Webway in January. It'll be 012. We'll put it that way. I don't really want to buy the Night Raptor or the whatever the flying thing is. Because that sounds like a lot of work. Firehawk? Is that what it's called? Very nice slow grow Webway, that'll be fun. We'll have to figure out what I need to play. Obviously, I think a lot of people use it as an excuse for new armies. I've reached the conclusion that I just need to never play Fire Bat. That's what it is. I just need to never play anything other than 012 because I'm always disappointed. And I will reassess when US Ariadna gets their update. I pretty much took a year of Infinity. I took a year off of Infinity. So if I go to that table and I immediately start rolling bad again, I'm like, okay, well, back into the hole you go. I get that. I think with players like us who don't get in the reps, you need to just stick with one army. Yeah, I would tend to agree. Like, I don't think I would let go of any of the armies I do have, but I do think that it's worth, like, at least sticking with one for a year or whatever you're gonna play it or whatever. I don't know, it's just kind of, I'm at the point in my life where I want to just go into the game and play the army I want to play. Like, I like the theme of this one thing or whatever, but unfortunately, you know, you are sort of pigeonholed into playing a certain kind of army, just so you don't find yourself getting crushed. So, like, whenever I play vanilla 012, everybody's like, well, you gotta play Torchlight. I'm like, I don't want to play Torchlight. Not that I dislike Torchlight, it's just not painted. And as we were talking about earlier, it's like, I just want to play with painted stuff. So it's kind of, in a weird way, it's kind of like its own little, like, self-defeating cycle, because then it's like, well, I don't want to play because I'm going to get my ass kicked. And then if I don't paint new models, then I go into play and then I lose, and then if I don't win, or at least have a game, like, I don't have to win. I've talked about this a million times. I don't have to win. I really don't care. I just don't want to get tabled at the end of turn 1 or 2. It's great by itself. Star Models are a place where it's hard to play if you don't play one specific type of style on the Grand Torchlight. I mean, Torchlight's, I mean, they're all fine, like, whatever, I don't care. I'm just, you see, the problem is like, now that Blood and Plunder exists in my eyes, where it's like, I can walk up to the table and reliably be able to play kind of whatever I want, and still I'm going to be able to hold my own. Unless it's against, like, a really wild, just, like, list that's, like, obviously, like, way too good, which are, for the most part, known. Then I have a great time. I will say the death nail was 100% when I got last place at that narrative event. Getting last place at every single event for the entire year, yeah, it didn't help. It's yeah. I wouldn't even say it's really, like, it's not always factors out of my control. I mean, I'm also just not good at the game anymore. But, you know, it's like, I don't know. It's just like, it feels, I don't know. It's like, disrespectful is not the word. It just feels like I don't want to drive an hour to go to a place to put my stuff on the table and then just not enjoy it. I just don't have the time for it. So Blood and Plunder are more like Bushido in that vein when it comes to OP lists. I don't know, kinda. Like, there's a lot of, like, good... Like, there's some pieces of equipment that definitely needed to be altered a little bit, which for the most part they have. There's some named characters that exist in English and Brethren of the Coast that are definitely, like, way too underpriced. Pirates might be a little too good for their price. Ultimately, it's not that big a deal. Natives, from what I understand, there's some real bad stuff out there for them. But, one, nobody here plays natives, really. So it's not like it affects us all that much. Yeah, I mean, yeah, 100%. I'm definitely not putting the game down. I still love Infinity with, like, everything in my heart. Like, I think it's great. I just physically... when I go to play it, I physically get upset. Because I feel like I'm just kind of, like, wasting my time. And that's a major strength in your book, Chris. You are stronger than me. I mean, sure. But again, it's like, I just don't want to drive an hour to go all the way down there. Alrighty. Get the hair. I think I got my timing to the end of the stream pretty close.
I saw it when I walked, boy.
As time has gone by, the more and more I realize I don't belong on the gaming table, I belong on the painting table. We are not the same. Yeah, the Monstrucker hat. Yeah, it's I really like this hat. I like the colors. Are you gonna get back into painting stuff with your kids again, though? I remember you were throwing around that idea. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this hat. I really like this hat. I appreciate you picking it up for me. Gotta love kids. Very smooth brush. Very smooth. As we come to our closing moments. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I am Dr. D. This is the Deezaster Zone. Don't forget to listen to Arachne stuff. I did put out a new battle report on Arachne, the gaming YouTube channel. It was a battle report. For some reason, the output was like really tiny. I don't know why it did that. I'm trying to figure out why, but otherwise it's a good watch. I thought it was funny. But it was Jack Rackham versus Jonathan Barnett, which is the guy that got him. Obviously, Mary and Bonnie are both there. Spoiler alert, they didn't do a whole lot. There you go. That's where she sits as of right now. I think she's coming out along pretty good. The different tones of the reds are good. You can definitely tell what's made of metallic and what's made out of cloth. As you can see, the cloth's a little more neon-y on the orange there. I've been waiting for this. Woo!
I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Dan, thank you for the gifted sub, man. Ernie got it. 1073. You got us right at the end there, X-Paxes. Oh, Danny boy. Your Nurgle team is coming up. I gotta make sure I have enough players for that new season. For some reason, I was thinking I needed to get a Pestigore and a Biggin. Thanks. I've been a busy boy there, Dan. You got focus, or what are we doing here? Just a drive-by. I always appreciate that. Thanks for popping in. Me and Kara were talking about you yesterday or something like that. And she's like, I really, really like Dan. And I'm like, yeah, Dan's a very nice man. But she's like, where does Dan live? And I was like, nowhere near me. Nowhere near us, that's for sure. Which is a damn shame. It's a pleasure as always, Mr. Danathy. Been a painting machine, that's for sure. But yeah, if anybody has any ideas or anything that we should paint next, give me a heads up. Dan, these are the models that hopefully will be joining you at Adepticon. Some Nurgle Warriors of Chaos! Chaos! So looking baller! I love this green. But guys, yep, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful night. I gotta go take pictures and stuff for the article thing. Ugh. And tomorrow we're probably gonna be painting freebooters because I really do gotta get those done. I think I gotta get them finished by the end of next week, so... I've been lollygagging. But in the meantime, I will keep working on Zoe in the background, Chris. I'll get her done. I think for the most part, the majority of her thing is done. It's mostly just white now. White and black. But you'll be the first to know. Guys, I love you guys. How many people we got? We should wade. Darling Creep Show. Always going. Dr. Faust is on? Dr. Faust is on. To put it into perspective, the reason that I'm as good of a painter as I am is because I watched a shit ton of Dr. Faust back in the day. So, if anybody has anybody if anybody's ever curious, like who Dylan respects, it's definitely Dr. Faust. Although he might be getting off soon. So. Well, guys, I love you. Hope you have an absolutely wonderful week, or day, I should say. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Like I said, it might be a little weird just because I'm getting off of work, but I'll be on when I can.